Good morning, guys. My eyes are on the road because it is raining, guys. I'm headed to the gym. Happy May. I think it is May the 6th or the 7th, whatever. It's the 3rd. It's Thursday. So happy May, guys. I am excited to be above and not beneath. But guys, how have you guys been? I said, let me turn the camera on. Let me get my little chat on before I get to the gym. Just to say hello. I had seen you guys and y'all ain't seen me. Y'all the little car thing, you know, that I got from the Dollar Tree, little vent clip thing. You know, that's what you want. So we're gonna pray you don't fall. It hasn't been used in a while. But guys, how have you been? How have you guys been? I have been great. I have been great. I've been good, guys. Good. Just living and enjoying life every single second of every single day. And yeah, that's what T been doing. That's what T been up to. And getting my house in order. Yes. If you don't follow me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok, guys. It's simply _Tanika. Same thing. It's simply Tanika. Yeah, so that's why I do pop in on Instagram every now and then, put a little picture up or a little story or something up or share something off of my TikTok. But most of the time, I'm over there on TikTok, guys. I love it over there. It's just fun to me. And my algorithm be algorithming. I only get all the good positive stuff, so I love that for me over there. You know, Instagram have all sorts of things popping up, but not so much for me, because my algorithm on all social media is pretty good, because I guess I don't search certain things, I don't look at certain things, so I don't get that stuff. But I have been doing good. I hope you guys have been doing good as well. The weather today, guys, is so rainy here and wet, but it's still like 68 degrees. It feels really good. So I said, I didn't go to the gym yesterday. Yesterday was a day off, and the day before was a day off, because guys, I think I hurt my little knee. Child. That little left one. But I've always had problems with my left knee ever since, I think in middle school, I had to wear crutches. I have to have crutches for something. I did something. And so that knee always gives me some problems every now and then. But usually she'll be back to normal, honey. She be fine. I just not going to put too much weight on her. I kind of, use the right knee a little bit more when I do my leg presses. I guess the way I was pressing wrong, and I was focusing more on, it was hurting my knee. So it probably was the way I was positioning myself. So I'm pretty sure it was. So I did that to self, honey. I did that to self. That aggravated her little self. But she gonna be fine, honey, because I don't claim none of that stuff. She gonna be fine. She be back to normal in a couple days. Yeah. But I'ma still work her. She's still gonna move. She's gonna be a part of the whole situation. But yeah, so what else? Oh, Mother's Day weekend is this weekend, guys. Happy Mother's Day, everyone that plays a role. Happy Mother's Day to the fathers that have to step in and be mothers and fathers. Happy Mother's Day, guys, to everyone who nurtures another human. There we go. So what else is going on? My little person, baby girl, she said she's gonna come down to the new house and see me for Mother's Day. So she's supposed to come this weekend and spend the weekend. So that will be our second visitor, because my first visitor was my brother. My brother flew in for work and he stopped by. Hubby picked him up and he came by. So that was our first visitor at the house. And so yeah, everything's been going great. Guys, I found this chair yesterday in Ross. I showed it on my TikTok, but I found this chair yesterday in Ross. They had just brought it out from the back, because I don't buy furniture from, this is my first time buying furniture from Ross. I buy like plant stands and things like that, but nothing I got to sit on a regular or anything like furniture from Ross, because I don't like, from any stores really, because I don't like how people can just come in, they just sit on them. Ooh, that irks my nerves. And it ain't no plastic, and it's the only one in the store, so you ain't going to the back and getting anything new, So I was glad I was there that morning and they were bringing it from the bag. So I was so excited for that, and it looked great. It feels great. It is excellent quality, and I paid a good price for it. I think it was $159. I said I'm not gonna leave it. I was looking for a chair for my little tea nook, because at nighttime I have tea. Some mornings I have tea. Just whenever I have tea. If I'm not on the back porch, that I did get screened in, so I'm going to try to put little snippets. I'll put a little snippet somewhere up here that we did get screened in. So, guys, I chose the screen because I'm going to tell you that all-weather sunroom, the polyglass or whatever they use, OMG, no. That stuff is expensive. It is expensive, guys. So I went the more affordable route, and I am still in love. You know, I had the screened in porch that me and hubby did at the old house. So I was like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool. The wintertime, I put my little heat out there. Stuff like that doesn't bother me. The rain, I'm still gonna sleep on the perch. You understand? I will fall asleep watching a movie on the perch. I fell asleep the other morning on the porch. I was reading the Bible. I was finishing up Job. Job is good. The book of Job is good. It is great. But I fell asleep. I said, okay, I'm through, because I got to the last chapter and finished it and everything, and I was so happy for Job. And guys, I was struggling to stay woke finishing it, but once I finished it, honey, I folded that book up, put my little, my little bookmark in it, and honey, I was out. And hubby came around the corner because he was outside doing something in the front. He came around, he said, this is a shame. You expect anything else? Honey, I was tired, so I have been enjoying it. So I chose the screen. I was initially gonna go with the all-weather, the all-season sunroom, but no, after hubby gave that man, I said 11, but almost $12,000 through that back, do the fence. No, and that didn't even fence the whole yard in. No. But he told me, he said, babe, it's a good price because blah, 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 blah. I'm like, whatever, and whatever. T wasn't feeling that, honey. You know what I could do with 10? I could have went and bought another piece of land. But that's just me. But he wanted his fenced in yard, honey, and I do too. I like looking at the fence. I don't like looking at nothing else. Unless it's some bushes. I love looking at bushes. That's fine. But yeah, I don't want to wake up in a deer in the backyard or a fox or any other creature sitting up there on the porch looking at me. I didn't want to look at it, so so it's cool. But got that done. Now he is working on seeding the front yard because he worked on that grass at the old house and he loved it. He like tilled everything, planted the seeds, put the straw, did everything at the other one, and got it so pretty and lush, guys. And it stayed that way for about 7 or 8 years. I think we stayed in the house 10 years. No, we stayed in the house 9 years. It would have been 9 years in March. So yeah, almost 9 years. And so he did a great job with that. So he said he was gonna do it here too. So that's what we worked on yesterday. Girl, I like being outside doing my little, playing my little flowers or whatever. But I don't want to be out there slinging no darn straw. I don't want to do it. But I was out there being a team player, with the camera, snapping pictures and saying, "Hey, you missed that spot" or whatever. So did that. And he only did half of the front yard on one side. He didn't even do the other side because he said rain was coming in. He said he smelled the rain. He may have that nose because it is raining today. We get 90% today. So he got that done. And once this side is finished, I guess he's going to work on the other side of the yard. But we're looking for someone to cement him a U. Because we have some of the driveway is cemented and the rest of it is the asphalt mixed with clay. I think that's what he told me it was. So he want either cement in a U, so when he bags up, we don't have to bag all the way to the end of the driveway and then get on the highway. He wants to be able to turn around in the yard somewhere. So he wants to find somebody that can do that right there. He had one guy was supposed to come out last week, the same time the contractor was coming out to do the screening porch, but I don't know, he wasn't too reliable. He said I'd be there at a certain time, he wasn't there. And so he reached back out to him. He's like, oh yeah, I got, sidetracked or whatever. So hubby's like, no, we ain't working with him. You ain't got but one time to show me. One. So yeah, we gotta find somebody to do that. And I'm not, well, this guy this wasn't gonna be cement. This was gonna be the asphalt something mix, tar mix, asphalt tar mix. And that was gonna be, I think they charge $100 per ton, and I think Babe said he needed 2 tons, and then plus they charge $100 to bring it. I don't know. I told him at this point, honey, I will dig you out a little trench for your little CU, and I get some cement for Lowe's to ready mix, and I hook you up, babe. I hook you up. He's like, nigga, you gonna go sit down in the corner somewhere? Go sit. I told him we could do the screened-in porch, because I ain't like the price for the screened-in porch. But one guy quoted a quote. I was like, absolutely not. And then the other guy quoted, and that guy was only doing like wood. It wasn't gonna be aluminum or nothing. The guy that we did go with, he did. It's an aluminum screened-in porch. And guys, they did it in one day. They are originally originally from Brazil, and they've been here in the U.S. for, I think, since 2014, and that's their company. That's what they do. They even do apartments, guys. The apartments, they got those balconies. On his website, it shows where he screens in the balconies for the apartment complexes. It is so nice, the little condos and stuff. It is so nice. So we went with him. Yeah, he was a little bit more, but we went with him. And we ain't dealing with nobody that ain't insured. Unlike us now, we could have did it ourselves. Uninsured and all. Saved a whole lot of money. But no. But I'm in love. Hubby ain't the outdoor guy to sit on the porch and watch movies and all that other stuff. Now he'll come out there and check on me and go back in the house. But me, I could be out there all day, guys. All day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I would sit out there all day and just do whatever I'm doing, guys. I love it. I love it. So that was a must. And then, oh God, I done made it to the gym, guys, already. So what else? That's it, guys. The house is furnished because I sold everything from the old house except our 2 bedroom sets. 1 bedroom set we had since Hawaii, and then that used to be in the guest, and then the one that we upgraded our room from and took to the guest, which was the queen, we brought that in the washer and dryer. And that little black thing I had got from Home Goods, they used to sit by the back sliding door, brought that. Guys, that is all we brought with us. We sold absolutely everything. Well, I sold absolutely everything. The living room set baby girl got. We had bought her stuff for her apartment, but she gave that to our youngest, because he got him an apartment. So so we just took that to hers. That's what she took, and then she took, of course, whatever else she wanted, from the house before I sold everything. And yeah, and I was running sales, honey, doing my sales, honey. I was doing my sale. I would put the stuff up on Marketplace whenever I'm selling, and then when they come and buy the things, like, hey, you don't buy this, you get 2 things free. Whatever you can tote up out of here, you buy something, you're getting something free. You're leaving with something. So, because in the new place, everything in my home has a place. All the way down to the junk drawer in the kitchen. Everything has a place. If it does not have a place, it don't belong. So it goes. So we weren't doing that. That we won't keep that same thing going. I've always been like that. So that's what we did. And we just furnished the house. And it didn't take much to furnish because it's a 4-bedroom. We downsized. We had a 2,600 square foot 2-story home at Davisville. Davis Manor is 1,800 square feet, and it's a 1-story. Absolutely love it, love it, love it. The old one was a 5-bedroom, 3 full baths. This is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 baths. Yeah, 2 full baths and then 1 half bath, right off of the mudroom in the garage. So I absolutely love it. I love it, guys. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. When we walked in it, because I think we looked at 5 homes. That was the fifth home we looked at, and it had just finished being built. So we was like, oh, we walked in it, and we were like, because we had put it on the list and took it off the list. Put it on the list, took it off the list. And that morning, Babe put it back on the list for the realtor, and so we had 10 homes to look at that day, and this one was the fifth one. We were going to stop at this one, have lunch after we see it, and go finish the rest. Honey, we walked in it. Babe said, this is it. Because we said when we walk in, we know it was going to be it. Whatever it is, we knew it was going to be it. And God confirmed it when we left from viewing the house and got back on the road to head home. We got a call from the realtor, and she was like, gave us the rundown about the house. And when I tell you, God don't play, and what he has for you is for you, because my exact prayer was answered and then some. And then when I prayed and asked for confirmation, just to make sure I ain't losing my mind, because I know your stuff don't come with confusion, which it came with no confusion, guys. When we decided to put our house up for sale, we met with the realtor on that Thursday, made an appointment. He came out to the house. When he left the house that day, he called back like 2 hours later. When we got back to the office, he's like, start packing. And that was a Thursday. And that Thursday evening, when he's told us to start packing, the realtor called and was like, hey, we got some open houses. Would you like to come down and drive down and check them out? Okay, cool, we'll be there. We got on the road after the realtor say start packing. Got on the road, got to our destination. The next day we met up with the realtor, start doing our house tours, and and the rest is history. We got back home that Monday. We talked to the realtor that was selling the house. He said we got 4 offers. We got meetings. We got 4 offers. And so when March hit, because all of this was the last week of February. This was the last week of February. So the first weekend in March, I was like, oh, I got to be in Alabama for the baby shower. Well, we could have did the interviews for the offers that day, but I was like, no, we'll just do it when we get back. So we ain't rushing. We can sit down, look at everything, whatever. And guys, we got back that Monday from that trip and looked at the offers, saw what we like, and hey, we said okay. He said, when you want to close? We was like, because we're supposed to close on the new house in 30 days. So we were like, dang, can we do it in 2 weeks? He was like, hey, yeah, we can close in 2 weeks. Sure can. So yeah, 2 weeks later, we was closing. It was just that easy. I mean, everything happened within 30 days. 30 days. The house was sold in a week. The house sold in a week. He said start packing. The next week we had the offers. We accepted the offer. The house was sold. Then we closed on that house. Went to closing and everything, and it's just smooth sailing. It was just boom, 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 and no stress in between anything. When I tell you, he said start packing, we called Pod. Pod was like, you let us know what you want to do, when, where, how, whatever, and we would choose. So that's what we did, and it was no headache. I think to move with Pod out of pocket, what we spent to move was $2,500. That's it. And that was it. That's including Pod and including lodging for a week. Yeah, we spent a week in the hotel here because we had to finalize wait till closing day. So yeah, it was smooth and quick, guys. No nothing. And the thing that warmed my heart, and because this house was built by a company here, it's a family owned company. They build homes only in this state. Beautiful homes, great reviews. And this house was built for a family member. And the family member, they couldn't even move in the home. They purchased the home, and they couldn't even move in the home at all. They couldn't. And so they bought it, and a week later they couldn't move it. They couldn't. The wife had a doctor's appointment and found out some things, and they had to move in with family and everything, for treatment and stuff. So this home means a lot for so many people. For me and hubby, it's a new start. We got more than what we wanted. Honey, all I wanted was a window over the sink so I can look out the back door, onto my yard to watch when I'm washing dishes. That is all I wanted, and high ceilings. That is it. I got more than that. I even said, I'll just do an acre. I got more than that. Everything I wanted, me and hubby wanted, we got more than that. And on top of that, within this process, we were able to help somebody else. You see what I'm saying? They they purchased the house, took on a mortgage, and couldn't even move in the home. Had it built to their specifications and couldn't move in it because of these circumstances. We were able to free them of a mortgage. Blessing number one. Take a financial strain from them, because they had been paying for this house. They finished building in November. They put it on the market December, and it just sat there until we ran across it. Yeah, until we ran across it. Nobody else. It just sat there until God told us to go. It's like he knew what our prayers were. He knew what we wanted. It was there. We just didn't know it was there. So guys, when I tell you, what God has for you is for you. No one can deter you from it or what have you. What is for you is for you. Your life has already been written. It was written before you was formed in your mother's womb. It's just that certain things we don't get in the time that we want it, because number one, you're not ready for it. Number two, it's God's divine time and order. We weren't looking to move into the end of the year. Yes, we weren't looking to move into the end of the year, guys, the end of 2026. To be specific, we were going to put it on the market during the summertime of 2026 and give whomever, however long, whatever. So, because we weren't in a hurry. But when I tell you, God said, move. It was just a conversation. He was like, well, what about thinking about moving it a little early? And then our son moved out the beginning of that week. And child, the next Monday, we called a realtor. And that Friday, he said, start packing. So when I tell you, I ain't got no words. I can't explain it. I can just simply encourage everyone to be patient, be obedient, and trust God. Trust the process. And pray for discernment, because everything that is given to you at the time, everything that is given to you, yes, you may have prayed for it, you may have asked for it, but just pray for discernment, because the devil listens too. He listens too. It can look beautiful, shiny, with little bling on top of it and everything you wanted, you may get. Well, you gotta pay attention to who it's from. You gotta have that discernment. Because God don't come with any confusion. His blessings, his anointings, His gifts do not come with any confusion whatsoever. Whatsoever. No strife, no nothing. So, yeah. And then once you get said blessing, ask the Lord to guide you through the process and maintaining it, keeping it. You just talk to the Lord beforehand. Talk to the Lord beforehand. Because man ain't blessing you. Trust me. Man ain't blessing you. Man ain't giving you these things. He ain't doing it. He ain't doing it. Man ain't opening doors for you. He not doing it. Man is not doing it. Okay? He ain't doing it. And if you confused about, oh, I got here because so and so helped me, so trust me, God went before. If it's from him, God went before. Just know, God went before. But yeah, guys, that's what we've been. And I have been thinking, should I share how quick this move was, how much it cost, and all that stuff? And I prayed about it, and I was like, why not share how you weren't even in the market for something, and the things just fell in your lap, but it was all divine timing. And it just, even when it came to getting here, guys, when we got here in the state, you got 45 days to register your vehicles, get that state driving license and everything. You can't drive in the state if you ain't got this state driving license. You get pulled over, you getting a ticket. You know what I'm saying? So just Monday, I went to the PO box, and I got something from the DMV in North Carolina telling me that my insurance, the Audi wasn't insured. I'm like, no, yes it is. We just we transferred the insurance to the state we're in. Like we've done throughout every move we ever made. Being in the military, we always change to whatever state we in. No problem. Well, there's a problem, because the state of North Carolina, you can't be driving in another state insured in another state with North Carolina plates. Okay, cool. Hubby said, don't worry. Well, why didn't they tell us that, when the insurance stuff, when we were switching over, whatever. We didn't know. Well, this law came into effect last year. Well, yeah, two years ago in North Carolina, where and then you have to turn those plates in before you actually leave the state. So you leave the state with nothing on the back of your car. So if you get pulled over, it's like everything worked out. So hubby said, well, okay, I'll take all the plates back, register all the vehicles here, because we know we had 45 days to register them here. So we went at our 45 days. So I go Tuesday, get my license here. Hubby didn't get his that day. He said he was going to wait for something that he has to do. Something he was waiting on for the VA. I don't know, tax stuff. So, and he still has 2 more weeks to wait on that. So I think that's because he's 100% disabled. So he will get the tax exempt. We don't pay taxes or anything. So he waits. And then I get this letter, and then he calls everybody, and everybody tells him what it is. The DMV, of course, is everybody. He calls the DMV and the insurance people, and they tell him what it is. So the DMV tells him, well, you got 11 days, sir, to return those plates. There's going to be additional fees occurring every day, because the Audi just popped in the system as uninsured. But you have 2 more that look like they're pending, which are the other 2 vehicles, Brownie and his truck. So I said, babe, well, in the morning, you just need to go and get your license and go up there and register everything. Okay. That night, we get a call from my son. Baby boy said, Dad, why your mail coming to my house? Baby boy did a change of address, but he didn't do it before we left. He just did it a couple weeks ago. So they have the same name. And hubby sometimes don't use senior. So it went to Junior's address. And Jay was like, this can't be mine because I ain't got no escrow. There was an escrow check. I said, God, you okay. Big G don't play. Big G knew all this was gonna happen. We ain't even thought about an escrow check. ain't even crossed our mind about an escrow check from the other property in North Carolina. Ain't even thought about it, you know. But there was an escrow check. Not only does that escrow check covers all the vehicle registration here, all the vehicle taxes here, still got money left over. So, and then the state of North Carolina will refund hubby for the because he had just registered his truck, because he got a truck in December. It's going to refund him his registration for that truck, where the taxes for that truck that he had to pay was over $500. So I'm like, y'all, all I could tell hubby that night when he got the phone with with Junior was like, God knew this was gonna happen. And look, although we have the money the next day to go and register and do all these things, God still provided overflow. He said, you just put that money back. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me, and you will not even, I'm not even going to let you attempt to open your mouth to form those words that God ain't real. You can't. So, yeah, guys, we have just been loving on each other, enjoying this empty nesting thing. It is something about the peace that I have. It's like we were sitting on the couch watching a series the other night, and he was like, you hear that? I said, what? He said, nothing, just peace. I was clocking his teeth. I was like, yeah. Not a worry, not a care in the world do we have. We do not. We are just flowing with one another. It's just oh it's so peaceful within ourselves. We so peaceful, whether he's in his room, recording or what have you, just peaceful. And then he was still, while the transition and everything is going on, hubby weren't really doing videos or anything, but overflow is still overflowing. I don't know. I'm just speechless. I don't have the words for it. I don't know how to explain it. It's calm. We're calm. We don't do anything we don't want to do. We just flow daily. Like we wake up, go through the day doing whatever it is we choose we want to do. Hubby's at home recording in his PJs. I'm about to go inside Planet Fitness and get this workout in, and then go to Hobby Lobby, go back home, make my HelloFresh meal, relax the rest of the day, listen to the sound of the rain. It's just, life is sweet. My late teens, my 20s, my 30s, I worked, raised kids. My 40s, my early 40s, stressed the heck out, trying to figure out what I am doing wrong because my adult children don't like me, this, that, and the third. Honey, I gave all that to the Lord, and T has been at peace because the Lord set me down and he talked to me. He comes to me in my dreams. The Lord said, you ain't did nothing. You did what you were supposed to do. You protected, you provided. Who these young people, young adults choose to be throughout their life is their choice. God gave us all free will. It's their life, let them live it. You can't control their lives. You can always want more for them, but they got to want it for themselves, and they got to get out there and work for it. And the Lord got them. Why are you worrying? If you worrying, that means you don't trust the Lord. Sit down. Sit down. Let those people live. Let them live. Whether they choose to have you a part of their lives, that's on them. That's on them. Tanika came in this world alone. Tanika gonna leave out of this world alone. So did them. So did they. So yeah, I had to, I was making myself sick, worrying and stressing over the choices that my children were making that I didn't agree with. But that's their path. That's their life. And once you sit down and you understand that, and you know that you have done pretty much everything you could do in your power to continue to steer them in the right direction, whether they listen or not, that ain't your problem. So yeah, guys, I am grateful. I am thankful that the Lord has opened my eyes to a lot of things. And yeah, guys, I'm no longer trying to fit in places that don't want me. I ain't. Whether that be my children, my family, honey. No. Friends, no. Which I have few of. So yeah, I don't entertain the negativity. I'm like, if you're calling me with some negative stuff, I ain't answering. If I sense it, I feel it, I ain't answering. No. And if I do answer and it's negative, it's gonna be a very short conversation, because that ain't where I'm at in my life. I would just suggest that they pray. You tell God about it. Don't tell T, because I don't have that capacity. That ain't where I'm at. I'm at such a level of peace within me that no, ain't nobody fit to disturb it. Nobody. If you're sick, go to the doctor. They get paid. They're professionals. I'm no counselor. I'm no therapist. No. Now, if you're calling it just to see how I'm doing, cool. But don't call me with the other stuff. So, and I don't have to have that problem because I fixed that last year. So, I watch what I consume. I watch what I watch. I watch what I hear. I watch what I eat. I watch everything because I'm trying to live the way the Lord wants me to live, honey, and keep it positive. And yeah, that's it. I'm here to encourage and motivate. That's what I'm here to do, and help when I can help and where I can help. That's where I'm at in life, and it's a great place to be. And I will help and do and serve whatever the Lord tells me or guides me to do. Whatever He puts in my path to do, I don't question it because He wouldn't have placed it there. So yeah, I just no. I was in the store the other day, guys, and I saw a guy. He was an older guy. He was a veteran. He had his hat on and everything. Older black guy, and the lady called me because she was like, anybody paying with cash? If you're paying with cash or card, come over. Well, if you're paying with card, come over here. So I was paying with card and with my debit card, and I guess he had his cash in his hand. And so I went, but he was ahead of me, and I'm like, she rung up my first item and took it off the hanger. And I walked over to the young man. Well, he wasn't young, but I walked over to the young man because he is above and not beneath. And he looks good. And I said, do you mind if I pay for your things? And he said, I said, would you mind? No, well, thank you. So I took his items. The lady rung it up, bagged them up, and gave them to him, and he left with his shoes. And I felt good about that. I kept it to myself till now, but I felt good about that. I really, really did, because number one, it shouldn't matter if he paying with cash or card. He's next in line. I don't know. I was just led to do it, and I did it, and it felt good. I like to help people. I like to do things because I'm so used to someone only calling for help. And then I will give my last to help. And then I get their ass to kiss. So, yeah, I no longer do that. So, when I can just help and just know that actually helped, that feels good. Because this economy sucks. And he's an older gentleman, and I'm sure he's on a fixed income. So that helped him as well as helped me. And I'll do it for anybody. I'll do it for anybody. Which I do a lot of that in lines and stuff, especially with the elderly. I do, because my grandparents are gone. They're gone. And I know the fixed incomes of these elderly people ain't enough to survive out here. They pinching it every day. And you know how selfish that would be of me. I can go in a store and get whatever I want and not blink or think about it. They have to decide whether they gonna get this and go without this. I don't want them to feel like that. I wouldn't want my grandparents to feel like that. So yeah, I don't like that. So, and don't let me see one in a store and they got their Ziploc bag and they counting out whatever. Oh, that just breaks my heart. Don't let me go in there and they checking me out when I know they should be at home on their porch, sipping some tea, watching the stories. Woo! Boy, that pissed me off. That pissed me off. And then you got people that are wealthy and complain about not enough ketchup. Why they ain't give me no extra sauce? Why they got an attitude and won't help a soul? You know, child, that just irks my nerves. It really do. But we're not gonna rant. I'm gonna get off y'all screen, guys. T is doing good. I hope you guys are doing good. The new home, the new state has been great to me. I hope to sit down. I don't even know if this gonna make it, guys, for a video. I don't. I might look back at it and be like, no, T. So, yeah. I'm going to work out. Because, look, guys, I'm here and I've been sitting here for 25 minutes, 30 minutes. It's me 10 minutes to get to the gym from my house. So, yeah, I'm going to go on ahead and get it in. And if this somehow makes a cut in a video, thanks for watching.